Hey class, we're in week 9, and if you look at the syllabus, this week is labeled a flex week, and we're actually in very good shape, so we don't have to make up anything as far as lost ground or something that we needed more time or didn't cover. So we're going to keep the course and do what we normally do on this flex week, meaning the majority of your time can be dedicated on your profile story, finishing up that profile story or doing the interview and getting the foundation completed. So I will get to that in just a minute, but let me tell you the other aspect of what you'll be doing this week. So I'll review that first, then we can talk a little bit about the profile story, but this will be a shorter video and this is more of a working session week for you. Taking a look here, you've got only 3 points here. First one, do the practice assignment and watch the review video after you do the assignment. So what you see here listed as practice assignment, it is exactly that. This is just practice. It is not worth a grade. However, these are questions that I've made, that I've done in previous classes, that I've used in previous classes, because it's typically the issues that I see students continuing to have at this point in the semester. And I've noticed some of these pop up in yours as well, right? So this is not that it's unusual to be struggling with this. As you guys know, at this point in the semester, journalistic writing is very different from essay writing. So there's some things that you've done for years and years that we kind of have to retrain, at least temporarily retrain you to approach your writing in a different way. And these are the common issues that I keep seeing. So this practice exercise is supposed to make you, challenge yourself, see if you can accurately recall what the problem is, how you would fix it, and hopefully what this is doing is just keeping this top of mind for when you actually go and do your own writing assignments, that you won't make these errors, that you'll approach the writing in this certain way. So if I click on continue here, you'll see there are only a few questions here. One working on a lead, one working on how do you just fix, I give you pre-written copy here. How do you fix this? And then talking about a few other examples here. This should not take you very long, but what I would like you to do is go through, answer the questions. Remember, it's not for grade. It is, again, just to make you better and hopefully help you when you are graded on your next assignment, because you'll feel confident in executing the lessons that you're reviewing this week. But once you've gotten through those, then what you will do is watch this video here. And this is a video where I go over how you would have fixed it, why you would have fixed it that way. I refresh you on the lessons that apply to each one of those questions. And actually, I don't even remember how long this video is, about 8 minutes. So it's not a very long video, but I just go over and basically will give you the answers afterwards. So do the practice assignment, should take you 15-20 minutes. Watch this, it's another 10 minutes. Just doing that alone will help you, be on the right track for the writing assignments that you have still left in this class. All right, so speaking of that, as you see, point 2 here is continue working on your profile story. So if we go look at due dates, and I'm going to bring this up right now, you'll see you have nothing officially due this Sunday. So that's why the time that would have been dedicated on a quiz or an exercise is going to be fully dedicated to your profile story. Get the bulk, if not all of it, done this week. You can do the interview. You can write the first draft of it this week. If you do that, then that just leaves next week some editing, and you could go back and edit for AP style, especially if you're somebody who struggled on that on the first round. And I'm going to just also point, it's not APA style, and I do not want you all getting confused. We had a whole lecture on AP style, Associated Press style. If you have to, the beauty of the online classes, you can always go back to that week, take a look at AP style, rewatch that video, look at the source I gave you again. You can even go back and do the quiz from that week, take a look at how you answered those questions, the feedback I gave you. But if you were somebody who struggled with AP style, what that means is you're going to need to take extra time to edit for that. So if this week you get the writing done, right, the actual foundation, the core writing, do the interview, let me skip forward to here, April, right? So that's this week. Then the following week, you can actually just do work on AP style, look for typos, revise, and that would be a lot less of a heavy lift for you. And you can really focus on the areas that you struggled with maybe on the first time. So that is a great way to do the time management. You have the time for this week. Get that story done to the best of your ability this week. Because of course, as you know, next week there will be some more assignments. There'll be quiz and an exercise, and then you don't want to stack it all for next week. So this is what the gift that you have for this course for this week. getting this profile stories done, at least to as much as you can this week. Set yourself up for next week. And the practice exercise, of course, while not a grade, get that done this week so you can address any problem areas that I typically keep seeing students come up with, and then you won't be baking those mistakes into your assignment and then having to go back and fix it, right? So this is your chance to do that now. And of course, read news every day. We live in, I know we're experiencing a very horrific and sad time with the war in Ukraine. However, what it is also providing us in this class is the ability to see journalism and how that war is being covered, both on the hard news side, right? Here is what has happened in the day. Here are the facts. Here are the casualties. Here's land that was lost. Here is aid that's being given. Hard news event, and then what you're focusing on this week: the profiles, the feature stories. Here's something of the plight that a family is going through and how they're getting through it. Here's the heroism of somebody and what they did to save or help somebody. Right? You're getting to see the journalistic style of writing being applied. And then next week, or actually it's not next week, but very soon we'll be going into opinion, op-eds, and then you'll start to see op-eds at work too. And so this is a time to take all these lessons that we're learning and connect it and actually have one event that we can all see how it's directly being applied to and how our perspective of this event is coming to us through news media, through the way it's being covered and the narratives that we see coming out of it. All right, so that's my big explanation for the last point. Read news every day and start making those connections. And you probably are, but just make sure that you're being conscious of the media you're consuming and try to connect it to many of the lessons that we're learning in class here. As you see for assignments, I do have the profile story, but it's not due this Sunday. You have another week, but continue to work on that. All right, so you know what you need to do. Get that practice assignment done. Watch this other video. As always, any questions, let me know. But otherwise, I'll see you next week. And next week, we'll get right back into the more consistent flow that we've been doing, where it's quiz, exercise, and of course, your hard news story will be due as well then too. But we'll get back into that rhythm. But this is your flex week. Enjoy it and take advantage of it.